Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers to all of you. It's seltzer. What can I say? Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Who we got up in here? Opie was first this evening. Congratulations. Round of applause for Opie. You get 2 crisp thumbs up. I Want to Ride is here. MC is in the place to be, and he's got what it takes to rock the mic, right? Yeah. Slim223. Crypto says, Oi! Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Joe Morris, what's up, brother? Richie Hughes. Why you got your profile with like your whole government name, man? Toy Town Inc., what up? DLD After Dark has entered the chat. Too many choices. Good to see you. Toy Town, PC. Look at all these channel members. Thank you guys for being a part of the Goon Squad. Moose, what up? Sport Brand, what up? Kick a boogin' boy. Says, good evening, gents. You know there ain't no gentleman here. Come on, man. Good to see y'all. The title of the stream may be a little bit different from some of the things that we're going to review tonight. We are going to touch on it. I did speak with Sabar, and myself and Sabar are going to do a stream a little bit more dedicated to that topic. But, we can discuss that later. But, I want to go ahead and jump into it. So we have a very special guest for you all this evening. There he is, Flying Rich. Yo, and use my proper pronouns. You're right. What was it? Ultra Mega Flying Rich or something like that? V 2.0. Too many choices. What's up, man? Good to see you. Aegis Gun Care. Good to see you, man. And please, everyone, let me know what you had for dinner. Look at that. Beef lasagna tortillas. See? All you got to do is say, like, I had, like, chicken fajita, mashed potato, rice, beans, cheese, nacho, fritters with bacon, lettuce, tomato wrapped cheesesteaks, stuff like that. That's all you got to say. Like things like, fitness, calories, meal prep, treadmill, things like that. Just random stuff. Steak leftovers, gumbo, pizza, hi, spicy, bang bang, tuna wrap. I like it. It's a Gerchop BLT. Anyway, as I said, we got a special guest for you all this evening. And for you guys that don't know, the whole food stuff just throws a right across to the algorithm. So if you don't know, now you know. And we also like to talk about what people had for dinner. So that's cool. Maybe one day we'll get to lunch streams, maybe brunch streams. We'll see. Zach Carr with Toxic Patch Co. What's up, brother? I am eating stale vanilla wafers. Don't they kind of get like softer when they're stale, right? Like they're not super hard. Vanessa Kitty, good to see you. Sausage Grinder. It's funny. John Doe, greetings, all you slightly attractive pre-perpetrators. Nice. All right, so about this guest. This guest is very fancy, because he has the word TV in his channel name. So, but aside from that, he's actually been on TV several times and is going to be on TV several times in the future. What's up, JC9? We're going to talk about some of the projects he's got going on, what he's got coming up in the future. We may touch on some current events, maybe. And let's go ahead and introduce Gun Doctor TV.
How's it going?
Good, man. How about you?
Good. I had chili dog.
Chili dog?
And I am definitely going to pay for that.
Oh, yeah. It always comes back to haunt you. I don't think I've ever actually had like a homemade chili dog. Every time I've had chili dogs, they've been like terrible decision chili dogs,
Right.
Yeah. But if we were at home and we made some chili and then made hot dogs and then combined the two, like I could probably live with that,
Yeah. see, all the chili dogs around here, like, we're really close to Cincinnati, so it's that Cincinnati style chili. It
Yeah,
almost looks like runny water.
yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be tough.
it's consumed that way and it comes out that way. So,
Yeah, he is Alec Baldwin's stunt double.
oh no, I'm not that
Oh,
brave.
I think a situation would have been different if Gun Doctor TV was behind that single action revolver.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, 80XR 920. Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so Gun Doctor TV, let everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
I am all over the interwebs, Gun Doctor TV. I don't know if the TV is a hindrance or not, but kind of it kind of seems kind of old school. So I'm
I
kind
think
of
it's cool.
stuck with it. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you can find me everywhere. Instagram, all the all the places the cool kids hang out.
Yeah,
I'm not one of the cool kids.
I think honestly, the when people see TV in a channel name, like when you're out and about watching other channels, commenting and stuff like that, people see it and they know that you are a channel as
Right.
opposed to just a username. So I think it could attract, kind of more of like the general public that way.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
uh, did the Gibson Go thing tell the folks at JSD to keep up the fight? So that was actually one of the first things that I did want to touch on, just really quickly. Um, did you want to kind of let everyone know what happened, or do you want me to?
Go
Uh,
for it.
okay, so most of you here probably already know, but for anybody that's checking it out that's never been here before, I think I may have actually changed the chat to subscriber mode only, to where only subscribers can chat, which is kind of cool because it keeps it like it's like us, it's like the click, or they
Right.
have to subscribe for 5 minutes before they can talk, which is great. Safe Line, BB Luminous, what's up, guys? Um, so, one of the things that I wanted to discuss was JSD. Um, on, let's see, what's it, 17th? I think it may have been the 12th now. I can't recall exactly, but a little less than a week ago, the ETF came to JSD Supply. As you guys know, JSD Supply is one of the, probably top three, top five distributors of P80s and gun parts in the United States, and they don't sell firearms. They sell parts and they sell unfinished frames or receivers, and to the consumers that are purchasing those items, they are making the decision to or not to put in the time, energy, and everything needed to uh, convert those unfinished frames or receivers to firearms. Well, what happened was the ATF disagreed and they served them with a cease and desist and said that you guys cannot do business right now at all. Because if you sell a frame to somebody and then they come back in the same order, in another order, a day later, a week later, a month later, a year, 5 years later, and they purchase a lower parts kit, a frame completion kit, a firearm completion kit, whatever, they said that that's called structuring. And structuring would mean that JSD is actually selling a firearm because it's readily convertible, which is complete and utter horseshit.
Yeah.
Structuring is a financial crime, number one. An example of structuring would be, if I go to the bank and I deposit or withdraw, $9,900, and then the next day do the same thing, and the next day do the same thing, and I max out how much I can put in or take out of the bank as to not alert the federal government as to my um, um, financial activities. But in that case, if someone were to get in trouble, I would be in trouble for structuring. The bank wouldn't get in trouble for my structuring. So this is not making sense. It likely in court won't hold water, but you guys know that the process is the punishment. And what they're doing here is they are, well, what I believe they may be doing, in my opinion, is they are trying to fuck over JSD Supply at least for the next, 90 or so days until the 120-day period is up. Then they'll be able to resume business as usual. Only every single frame or unfinished frame or receiver, whatever, would need to abide by their new rule change. So it would still be hitting them pretty hard in the pocket. So what we did is we got with Jordan, we got with the GOA. Of course, we got with Crump. We got with a lot of the people closest to us, and you know, uh, tried to find a way that we could all get together and support JSD, because man, they have always been here 100% supporting the community, builders, 3D printers, P80 builders, all of us. And I've never met somebody that is so committed to the cause and the signal that they're not. I mean, you said it best. It's not just like a standard company. They go way beyond the call of a standard company, and their commitment to our natural rights is just incredible. So it is our job now that they've had our back for so long. It's our job now to come step in and support so they can fight the ATF in court. So I'm going to share this screen here. I'm sorry, I know I've been talking an awful lot here. So I'm going to share the screen here. This is the Give, Send, Go that we have created for JSD Supply. And we have currently raised $6,754 in just, maybe less than 3 days, 3 days or so. So we are raising money, and even the goal of $250,000 would barely scratch and tickle the balls of what would be needed for a fight this big, because this fight is not just JSD Supply's fight. This fight is for all of our rights, and this is serious. Damn, ADXR 920, brother. Thank you for your contribution. I just saw that, and man, that's incredible. You guys are awesome. I don't want to show anyone's government name unless they ATF henchmen. I like turtles. That's fucking awesome, man. So I've been featured. So every 24 hours, we're putting a new creators video up here. I've been featured on. What's up, y'all? It's dark. On the Give, Send, Go, but cheeks. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. I've been asking creators to make videos, okay? And I asked somebody to make a video, and they did. They did it. But I'm I don't know if they put it on their thing yet, and Give, Send, Go wasn't updating to show it. So because you guys are you guys, and I love y'all, you guys are fucking awesome. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a sneak peek of an unlisted video that I'm going to have to cover up here. Stop. Okay, cool. You can't see it. Read the letter they sent JSD, and that will tell you. Hold on. The issue is just selling gun parts in general. They don't want that. They would love nothing more than to have a registry down at the fucking pens. Oh, 100%. Totally agree. But they have to have a legitimately logical way to connect a non-firearm 80% back to their ability to regulate firearms. That's the only thing I can think of. They wrote their opinion, the point where a single company sells any combination of parts. Yeah, guys, this is all. What's up, Shooting Gallery, New England? Good to see you, man. The thing is that it doesn't matter what is right. It doesn't matter what is correct. It doesn't matter that they are acting illegally. It doesn't matter that they are making fiat law without the motion of Congress or any legislation. It doesn't matter that, I mean, any law repugnant to the Constitution is null and void. And that doesn't matter in the world that we're living in right now. And that is sad as shit to say. But they gotta bow down. You get to, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, I'm reaffirming what you're saying, man.
Yeah, I mean, the only way, and this is gonna sound crazy to say, okay, so bear with me, mom, dad, family, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. um, you have two options: bow down or pick up a rifle, and both are really, really difficult decisions that have a lot of long lasting um, flack, you know? Um, yeah, so bow down or pick up a rifle. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and
I,
that's an individual decision. You cannot judge others for the people out there that are saying, oh, JSD should have, been like rare breed. Yeah, stick around and see how that shit's going to work out. Okay.
yeah,
And I don't want people judging others off of things that they did or didn't do. The bottom line is somebody in our community was hurt by the ATF and they need our help. That's it.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, these agents, they're acting out of line. But even if they can't, like you said, stop it completely, they can throw a hamper in things. They can be a roadblock. And you know who the Tories were back during the Revolutionary War?
Say it again.
The Tories.
Mm-mm.
They were colonists, just like you and I. Just like our people. But
Mm-hmm.
they fought on the side of the British. And I really feel like the ATF, the people that serve in organizations like that, would absolutely be Tories because we're
Mm.
revolutionary times.
Yeah.
And homemade guns without serial numbers. We shot the British with guns without serial numbers.
Yep.
They don't have much to say about it now. So I've said this
Mm.
for a long time. The answer to 1984 is 1776. Bottom line.
That, my friend, is a beautiful math equation, and I could not agree more. I think the thing that people get kind of stuck in is they're like, yeah, but I live this delightful life of convenience, and the challenging life with grit and difficulty finding food, and the like being tough doesn't exist anymore. Being strong doesn't exist anymore. And even the tough and the strong have to camouflage themselves amongst the fucking like
Sheep.
consumerism, consumerist or consumerists, whatever, these people that are just consuming and living a life of ease and convenience. And we if we were to act out and stand up for our god-given rights, like that would almost be like, I mean, we'd get fucking drone striked. I mean, like, I don't know. It
Yeah.
would be completely like unsupported societally. It'd be unsupported governmentally. It'd be unsupported. I mean, I don't know. These times, um, doing something like that, I think once upon a time is just like, hey, that's part of life. You got to fight to be able to do what you want. You got to work your ass off to get food. You got to work your ass off to get water. then you got to work your ass off to filter the water, then you got to do that all to just come back and work for 36 hours on your farm to do this to to now it's like, oh honey, I'll order that on Amazon, ding dong, here it is, cut up in a box, and you got your pre-made fucking dinner. And I don't know, I think that
We've gone soft,
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
And even the outdoorsy types, I'm not sure are ready for that actual lifestyle.
I agree. You know, I've come to the realization that if it is time to where I need to make one of those two decisions, where if it's time to, bow down or grab a rifle, if I do grab a rifle, then I am sacrificing my life. And any additional day that I do live beyond that point is a blessing. And if that means that I have to fucking live outside. I mean, God, could you think about like the boog? Like no air conditioning, no cell phone signal, no,
Right.
nothing. Like, man, people would be eating a shotgun within like a week.
A lot of people would. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
A lot of people would starve fairly quickly. I
yeah.
think people underestimate. I think people. Yeah, I think they underestimate how convenient. I don't know how to put this. How convenient grocery stores are. How convenient all this is. I grew up pretty rough life. We grew up poor. We had to
Hmm.
hunt for our food. A lot of it to help supplement. And I was doing hard farm work. From 10 years old on. Um, I have my grandfather. He was almost full blood Native American, and he taught me a lot of survival stuff, how to find food, how to provide a shelter for myself and water.
Oh yeah. And do those skills still stick with
Absolutely,
you?
absolutely. I passed some of it on my kids. I wish they were a little more interested in it, but what can you do? They're kids. But
Yeah,
yeah, I've passed some of that on, and I practice what I can when I can. I'm a pretty busy guy, so I feel like we all need to kind of circle back to the old ways a little bit more.
yeah. BB Luminous, this is a beautiful comment. And guys, there are a few people saying that they couldn't hear you well, so I raised your mic a little bit, so we should be good, guys. Let us know. Um, he says, "I don't mind starving. I don't mind death. I mind being a slave. I mind leaving innocent children a world of tyrants." And yeah, I mean that's kind of woo, 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 woo. That's kind of been the thing that I've been struggling with. It's like, man, like this whole time I thought my selfish, self-absorbed ass, keeps thinking like it's about me and my generation, and like no, dude, like they want our
Yeah,
kids. They have been like, yeah, essentially grooming our kids to be lazy, to be, just these consumers that are living a life of convenience, that depend on the government for every single thing, including water and food and shelter and even security, right? Like, even for
absolutely.
firearms, right? They're saying, like, if everything that the ATF has been proposing goes through and actually becomes law, because we know we're talking about rules now, but they're rules that are categorized under laws, right?
Laws.
They're rules
Exactly.
that they say are like under 18 USC and 16 USC and all that. Private manufacturing of firearms, like just home built guns, which have always been legal since and prior to the inception of our country, would be gone. So they would even need government permission to become armed.
Yes.
Like that's a
Well,
crazy, like nihilistic
that's back.
future.
backdoor gun control. Uh, you know,
Hmm.
flat out, flat out outlawing guns for Americans would absolutely cause a civil war. It would
Yeah,
absolutely cause a revolution, so to speak. Um, and I say civil war because a lot of a lot of Americans aren't actually Americans and
yeah,
would absolutely, you know. And that's another thing is the military. You know, back when I was in the military, if you would have said things are the way they are today, I wouldn't see, a lot of the guys going along with it. You would
yeah,
see a lot of people upholding their oaths. And now, even from the leadership down, the brass is being replaced with yes men and social justice types, and want to say the right thing all the time, and it's trickling down all the way down to the lower ranks.
yeah,
And you see it in the recruitment commercials. You see it's it started under Obama. He started replacing all these military heads, and
yeah.
it's kind of gone downhill from there.
Dude, it's I'm seeing it in everything, and I would say probably I know that I can like almost guarantee in my mind, right? I know nothing is guaranteed, right? But in my mind, I could guarantee that nearly 50% would walk away and be like, nope, I choose death, or I choose fighting, or I choose hiding, I choose anything but going against the people that I've been fighting for. Like I'm
Right.
because there's a big difference between a civilian and a citizen, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't really think about this till I heard somebody else kind of make the distinction. Um, a civilian is just like the lady walking down the street with her purse, gets her purse snatched, and all she can do is scream. Like they're helpless, And the citizen is the person that takes the responsibility of their own, um, you know, I guess, self-preservation and all that, but also the preservation of lives of others, right? Like you as a citizen would protect others. You protect civilians, and it's kind of like almost there's like some form of like like private military that's sub military law enforcement and that kind of thing. It's just like dudes that take their self-preservation and firearms and skills and survival and shit like that seriously, and they would protect those people. And if the government is filled with people that think like, or if the military is filled with people that think like that, if the government were to say, okay, turn the tables, you guys are going to go door to door to get guns. I know that's the thing we always say, but I don't think it would happen that way. But let's just say that that's what they would do if that's what they would do. And again, I don't believe that to be true, but I could see at least 50% saying, nope, fuck off, and jumping ship.
Well, I like to believe that. I think we got a little taste of what might actually happen in New Orleans. Do you remember when the National Guard went door to door?
Yeah.
And a lot of them were like, "This doesn't seem right," but they still did it.
Yeah. That's
They
a good
still
point.
keep the doors in, and there's that one lady. She kind of sticks out to me from the news. They kicked her door in, and they got her down in the corner in her kitchen and disarmed her. It really just set fire to me and kind of opened my eyes a little bit.
Mm. We actually had a guy on that survived Katrina, and
Yeah,
man, the story of like he wasn't prepared, he wasn't armed. He actually had to go buy a shotgun outside of the city, and he wanted a pistol, but there was like no inventory. You couldn't get
yeah,
anything anywhere, and he had to go get a shotgun. He got a Remington 870 just to go back to his house after the water had kind of what the water level had gone down. And he told the story of him clearing his house and him, you know, just like being terrified in the streets, all the looters, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. But like, you know, um, he didn't have firsthand knowledge or experience of, people being disarmed, but there were other people in the comments saying, they were giving names, they were talking about like actual real life situations where people were, like, their door was kicked in and they were disarmed,
Yeah.
mostly because I think they thought like they were trying to do good, maybe because of the looting and the gang violence and shit like that. But bro, like, you realize like you're okay, so there's gang violence, there's looting, there's killing in the streets. Let's take people's guns. Like what?
Yeah.
What type of
How
shit
how
is
many
that?
mass how many graves are filled with the bodies of the victims of government good intentions? You know.
Yeah, I cannot even imagine, man. That's crazy. Yeah, in Ukraine too, obviously, we know that's Ukraine is a distraction. That is
Yep.
a though it is real, it is happening, people are dying. At the same time, that is a government that we installed, okay? A government of a corrupt country that has been funneling and washing our money through Burisma and companies of the like, that has been paying our politicians millions and millions, probably billions of dollars. Like that's
Yes.
it- I I would, and this may sound crazy, I've said this once before, I would not be surprised if the entire, like, Ukraine Russia situation, if the entire thing didn't exist just to destroy the evidence of what was happening with all that money with Burisma and all that shit. But sorry, I know this is we
I don't
can
put it past my government.
yeah, I know, right? We can definitely keep the conversation going, but I do want to take a moment just while I have this pulled up. And ooh, Gerd Chop, damn, he said Russia is in the right on this one. It's interesting how our opinions can change, and I admire anybody that'll sit here and share a changed opinion.
Yeah.
That's some real shit. Okay, so like I said, I have been asking content creators to submit videos for JSD Supply, and every 24 hours, a new content creator is going to show up on the Give Send Go. So the first 24 hours was Crump, then it was Flying Rich, then it was me. And it's been me for 2 days just because it's been like glitching out. Crump hasn't been able to change it, but here we are. I'm going to go ahead and play this for you guys. This is our next 24 hours that's going to be going up here. So hang on a second. I got to mute for a sec. You guys will see it.
This is a brief history of B&H, everyone's favorite photo and video store. The year was 1970.
What's going on, you guys? It's Print Shoot Repeat here. I just wanted to take a minute to give a shout out to JSD Supply. Unfortunately, they got hit with a cease and desist order from the ATF. And in short, the ATF has deemed JSD as a supplier of guns, not parts. And we all know they sell parts and not firearms. They sell parts to build your own guns, and the ATF thinks otherwise. And they need your help right now. JSD is going to fight the ATF in court, and they could really use a donation. I wanted to get the word out. You can go to givesendgo.com/JSD to help out and help them fight the ATF. That's givesendgo.com/JSD. JSD has sent me parts in the past, and they are a supporter of the 3D printed gun community. This isn't 3D printed, but it's using a Patmos arm slide. And let's fight the ATF together. Let's donate to JSD, help them fight the ATF, and let's shoot this. Rinse, you repeat out.
Today we honor the
Yeah, I thought that was cool as shit that he was willing to do that, man. Print Shoot Repeat is an awesome dude, and it's funny for everyone in chat. We got 51 people in here. I hope all of you saw that JSD shit ran 100%. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. For anyone that doubts Patmos Arms and JSD Supply, there you go.
Mine does. It runs
Yours
like a
runs.
sewing machine. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What kind of JSD stuff do you got?
The 320. It's
Nice.
yeah, the MEP1 and all the good stuff.
Hell yeah. Did you crank out the MUP one on a uh,
Drill press.
drill press, or how'd you do it?
Yeah, drill press. Yeah.
Nice. I uh, I literally did it on my floor with a hand drill. It was too much for the old for the desk, so I was like, all right, I got to take this one down to the floor, and I
Gotta take
was
it on
just
the floor.
it. I mean, it worked though. And
Yeah.
it's working 99%. The problem is that I say 99% because I may have removed a little too much material from the rails, because if the slide is pushed down too much, it's a dead trigger. But
Yeah.
if it's kind of pulled up, there's a little bit of play in the up and down. If you were to rack it, you can kind of move it, and I mean it's so slight. It is like the tiniest amount. It's probably like a 32nd of an inch, and every now and then I get a dead trigger, but it's probably like one, maybe two out of 100 rounds.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would literally carry that thing and trust my life to it 100%.
Nice. Yeah. When I built this one, I didn't have any issues. Went slow. Make sure to use cutting oil. Uh, the first time I fired it, it it didn't extract the first round. So I racked it again, and it fed flawlessly, and it has been running like a scalded dog ever since.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a build. Like the MUP one is not the easiest build. It's probably one of the most difficult builds that I've done. It's probably like the one of the more difficult, 80% builds out there. The only build I'd say that's probably more difficult would be a 1911, because you have to
Yeah,
literally do fitting on everything.
there's a lot of hand fitting to 1911.
Gerchop, I
Absolutely.
carry an 80, so when I'm not carrying my 43X, I carry an 80% P80 Glock. Every day that I don't carry my 43X, I carry a P80. I got my rig right here, literally 4 feet on the ground from me. Dark is a Ryobi kind of guy. Hold on. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
That's right.
DeWalt, baby. I wouldn't mind stepping up to the. I could step up my tool game.
My poor DeWalt is seen some miles.
Dude, look at that. That thing looks like it's freaking gas powered.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, man. The sticker wore off, so I wrote DeWalt on it with a DA.
Nice. So I was gonna say I could step up to Milwaukee. I'm not gonna lie, Milwaukee
Milwaukee's are
is,
nice.
yeah, they're nice. He said, DeWalt, you borrowing your sister's drill? What's the hate, man? Hey, this thing is powerful, all right?
I have put on roofs, built houses for years with this thing.
Hell yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going strong. If it dies, I might upgrade it. I don't know. We'll see. Got a
Yeah, I
lot of
mean,
DeWalt.
I feel like, man, if I switch to Milwaukee, then I gotta change everything to like the black, red, silver kind of.
Right.
Um, no, Gerchop, I am dead ass. I literally carry an 80%. I carry a JSD, so I got a P80 19 size, PF940C V2, V1, V2, whatever, P80 frame with a JSD lower parts kit, with a Revelation slide, with a JSD slide parts kit, and currently a Holosun 507C, but prior to that I had the Swamp Fox on there, so I switched the Swamp Fox to a different gun and I started running the Holosun. But right now I don't have it because I actually packaged everything up. I packaged all of that up. I got the Arcane Tactical Magwell on it. I got a little trick for you guys too as you build. If you build Glocks, it's a huge help. But I sent the slide, the barrel, the back plate, the magwell, 3 magazines, and the steel cage that goes around the Swamp Fox to Arcane Tactical. And Arcane Tactical is going to do a battle worn Cerakote job on it, and it's going to be like blue glowy, right? Blue, battle worn blue slide, battle worn blue magwell with a battle worn like stainless kind of stone looking barrel, red dot shield, and backplate with a battle worn stainless kind of stone color magazines, extensions, and I got one of the Magpul 21 rounders, and I'm going to put that on a blue titanium P80 frame. So I'll still be carrying it on a P80 frame. I don't know where people get this idea that like P80s like don't run well. I got P80s with, I mean, I don't even know, hundreds and hundreds. I got like over, I don't know if I want to say this. I probably have like 24 P80s, and because I have so many, I don't have like an ass load of rounds through like one of them, but I do have over 500 rounds through almost all of them, and the ones that I would carry I have over 500 rounds through, and probably have over 1,000 rounds through a couple of them, and they run.
Yeah.
DLD
Everyone that I've ever shot runs like a dream.
Yeah, as long as it's as long as it's built correctly, and as long as it is, it's like a process of mating the front rails and locking block and the rear rails to the slide rails. And a lot of times, like when people, they take a lower, right, and then they take so they take their lower separately. For any YouTube moderators watching this is just a grip module. It's not a firearm. And then they take their complete upper and then they slide it on, right? And then they're like, oh, it's a Glock. It should just go together like anything, right? Oh, but I'm getting some tension in the front. Well, I guess this just doesn't work on it, right? Or they say, okay, good to go. Now I'm going to go shoot it, even though, it's,
right.
Basically
something feels off.
Yeah, it's locking. You can't really tell. There you go. It's not going all the way forward, right? And it's got like a serious hump when you bring it in initially. Most people are like, well, I'm just going to shoot it and see what happens. These rails were actually made to be able to fit to the specific slides, because all slides are built on different specs. You have like originally Patmos was super tight on their specs, and obviously Patmos and JSD Supply are one, but they were super tight. Their locking lugs on their barrels were super tight, and I had issues with one of them. I sent back, they sent me a new one. They actually redid all of their specs, and boom, no problem. Never had a problem with any in the future either. But you need to fit the rails to the slide. So if it's a looser slide like OEM or like Lone Wolf or something like that, then you'll have more play, a little more slop, and it won't be much of an issue. But for super tight, specs, you need to make adjustments for that. So take the rails out, put sandpaper on the table, tape it down if you want to, put it upside down, and just hit the waka waka, the record scratch on that. Or what I did one day, I took a zip tie and turned my drill into a mill and zip tied it on and just um,
Yeah.
but you fit it to work with the slide that you got. So that's all. And yes,
Absolutely.
if a P80 proves itself, I will absolutely carry it, no question.
UFOs. No, I didn't hear anything about that.
That was today, and I did watch almost all of it. I think this is kind of a red herring. I think that they're like, oh, hold on. I just found something. It's a stock G33 upper and barrel and all parts. So when the front pin and locking block is out in, I'm evangelizing DLD in the hospital right now. What? That's what my G33 barrel does. Oh, okay. So you're saying your factory Glock 33 barrel does that on your PF940 SC. So then what you want to do is take because some of these, it's probably the black rails instead of the silver rails. But even if they were the silver rails, that's okay. Take the it's probably the locking lugs on the barrel, but before you mess with that, take the rail, the front rail, pop it out of there, turn it upside down on some sandpaper, and just polish the piss out of it until you start removing a tiny bit of material, and you may end up needing to swap out the barrels. I know that sucks, but sometimes if the barrel lugs don't work, man, then it's
Yeah.
you could take almost any aftermarket Glock part and throw it on a factory Glock frame, and it should work. But the biggest inconsistency in building Glocks is the rails. Like every single
Absolutely.
rail system is different. It will always be off, like uh, micro amounts.
Yeah.
But yeah. So to get
I'm
back
a
to
barrel and recoil spring away from a 17.
say it again.
I said I'm a barrel and a recoil spring away from building another 17 now. So really
Man, if it was
ready to get that
a
done.
if it was a 19, I could hook you up.
Yeah.
I can give you a recoil spring.
Oh,
Let me check this out here.
bag of goodies.
Is it a Gen 3?
Yes.
You, my friend, are in luck.
Oh, look at that! Outstanding.
Yeah, man. So I will
Outstanding.
donate a recoil spring to you. I don't have an extra 17 barrel, but
Hey, I appreciate it. That's awesome.
yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm happy to help. Um, I have a hookup on barrels, and I can get you a nice one that's like 4140 steel, heat treated steel, for like under $100.
Really?
Yeah, probably
Outstanding.
like $65, something like that.
Nice. I will definitely get with you on that.
Yeah, yeah. Let
Awesome.
me know. But yeah, so there was a congressional hearing today on UFOs. I'm going to
Interesting.
say that one more time so you guys can actually understand the words that I'm saying. There was a congressional hearing on UFOs today.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That is absolutely nuts.
You didn't hear anything about
And
that?
no, I have been working all day. I have been up under the crawl space of the house installing ductwork. So
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been hanging with spiders and shit all day.
Yeah, that'll keep you busy.
It will. I'm sorry for all that
Oh,
noise. My daughter's mini zoo is having a conniption fit right now.
mini
She's got
zoo.
chinchillas. Yeah, she's got chinchillas, rabbits, all kinds of stuff.
What?
She's oh yeah, she's an animal freak. Yeah, she just turned 18. I'm coping with that right now.
Ooh,
That's
that's a tough one.
yeah, that's a tough one.
18 years old, man.
18.
I can imagine. Mine is 5.5.
Yeah, it goes so fast.
Yeah,
It does.
even just these 5.5 years, it's just been crazy.
Yeah.
Corn Pop, why are you in the hospital? What happened? I had no idea. He said my hospital TV was stuck on MSNBC, and the
Oh,
remote was broken. I nearly lost my mind until a hot nurse turned it off. That's good. Oh, his appendix. Oh, hopefully you don't
oh,
have
that sucks.
appendicitis. Yeah, no bueno. Um, yeah. So tell me a little bit more about builds you got going on, projects you got going on. I know you were doing a what was it, a documentary or TV show?
Yes. Both. uh,
Okay.
yeah. Filming a pilot for the TV show and the documentary. It takes place in two different states, so I got to go to Pittsburgh and then I got to go out to Wyoming.
Okay.
So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna shoot out half a mile, and it's super windy out there, so that should be challenging.
You're shooting
I'm I'm
out to
o-
half of a mile.
yeah. I'm
Damn.
only 300 yards shy of a mile now. I'm almost there,
Wow.
but yeah, it's well, I love. There's something about getting behind a scope gun. I was a sharpshooter for the police SRT team, and I've always had a passion for scope guns. And it's some reason my channel I mainly shoot pistols, and
Yeah.
that is probably my weakest discipline.
Or flamethrowers.
Or flamethrowers. I got another project. I can't give away too much, but it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be another wrist-mounted weapon.
Nice.
Two, no, two. I got two of those coming up. I have dual blunderbusses that are going to mount to my wrist,
What?
and we're going to get. Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna dress up like a pirate. We're gonna do a little boat, and I'm gonna go out and sink another boat with my dual wrist-mounted blunderbusses.
Whoa, dude, that's sick. Are you gonna
It
put
should
like
be interesting.
a grape shot?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna experiment. We're
Yeah,
gonna have some
yeah,
fun with it.
yeah. Apparently they used to put like forks and spoons and knives and like anything. They would put stuff that wasn't even metal in there just to shoot whatever they
Right.
could. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean that's a little bit of a risky project. You don't want to blow your hand off.
It is. We're gonna proof test the barrels. We're gonna make sure everything's above board before I strap anything on.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure. So it's going to be black powder.
yes. Uh,
Okay,
preferably, we're gonna make them flintlock.
no
I'm gonna be
shit.
adding old and new technology, so it's gonna be flintlock, but I'm gonna try to make it electronically fired. You know, the flintlock's triggered by an electronic, so the steer disconnects
Okay.
with push a button. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's kind of ambitious, but
You could do um, some type of electrically charged, similar to how the fireworks are set off. You could set off black
yeah,
powder with the e matches. That guy.
absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. There's a
Yeah,
slight delay in
my
your talking.
okay, all right. So my original plan was to use the igniters for the build in your backyard rockets,
Mm-hmm.
like science experiment you had as a kid. Yeah, connote got two little wires that connect, and when a current hits it, it
Yeah.
ignites. And originally I was going to do that, but that don't feel very piratey, you know. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
You could do something like, make it look like flintlock hammers,
I
but
could.
put a firing pin on it and have it hit like a 209 primer or something
Yes,
like that.
that is an option.
And then use like a black powder 209 primer, so it's kind of downloaded a little bit.
Yeah.
That way, it'll still set off a powder charge, but it won't be like a huge explosion. Like
Right.
I've modded some of these for like what do you call it? Perimeter alarms.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like this, maybe not this one. Yeah, this, can take a 209 primer in there, and when it's got the trigger and pin in there and stuff, it
Makes loud noise.
yeah. But the 209 primers, well, one, when I did that, they were almost impossible to find. I mean, you just could not find them anywhere at that time, or really any reloading equipment at that point was impossible to find. It was when COVID first kind of hit us, um, and I came across black powder 209 primers. And I was like, oh, well, these still have a use, and I was actually using those to set off. I got for 37 millimeter. They would take these like almost like a 25 ACP sized primer of some sort to fire off like you can use this for bird bangers or flares or smoke grenades or whatever. But
Right.
209s, like I said, are very powerful. So all I needed to do is to light a powder charge. The powder charge is the lift charge, and then it lights the fuse on the way out, and then boom, in the air. So the black powder ones actually work pretty well.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, man. Also, if you guys get your hands on some party poppers, regular party poppers, and you set something up like this, and say you take something like one of those anchors that are supposed to go into a wall, right? And you just hot glue or tape the inside of the party popper to it, put like a ring on the end, and then you have a tube there, and you have the fuse going into the tube affixed there. And let's say the fuse lights a smoke bomb, right? A KNO3, potassium nitrate, sugar smoke bomb. Well, if you have a ring around this and you put your finger through it and you pull it, it pops this, because this is basically like touch powder in there, very, very unstable. And then that, blows a big flame, lights the fuse, and then seconds later, it ignites whatever you want. And you can use that for a lot of different things. I kind of want to do it now.
Absolutely.
Wake up my family.
And the potassium nitrate, if you don't have fuses, you can actually use that mixture with the sugar and soak yarn into
Yep.
it and let it dry, and it turns into a fuse. I actually used those for a wooden cannon that I made one time.
Good man. You know your stuff. And if you mix potassium nitrate and sulfur and a fuel oxidizer like magnesium or aluminum or zinc or something like that, you get yourself poof firework powder. We'll call it that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something that's fun.
It is.
Have you ever heard of a quick match?
Yes.
So when you take, say like a long piece of tape, you fold it up kind of like V shape, and then you dump a line of like Pyrex or something like that in there, and then you squeeze it tight to where it's just like a line of Pyrex or flash powder or whatever it is, and then you light it, and it flies across.
Yep.
I guess what firework companies used to do is when they needed to light an ass load of fuses, like at the same time, they would have like a tube where all the fuses came into, and they would send a quick match down there, and it would fly
Yeah.
through, burning like basically like jet fuel out of the back, and it would light all of the fuses in the tube. And so I made one because I wanted to show my daughter, like, this is kind of like what a bottle rocket is like, right? And,
Yes.
having a young child, it's like, yeah, you gotta do this, run around, do this, do this, do this. And I had set it down, and my wife grabbed it and pinched it because it was just like that foil HVAC tape, right? She
Yeah.
didn't realize that she pinched it, and obviously that creates pressure. I didn't realize she pinched it. So as I take my daughter outside to show her the wonderful world of fireworks, to show her something fly in the air, well, I lit it, and it's like, and then it doesn't shoot out. It literally just boom blows up
Boom.
in my hand. I have the whole thing on camera. I had burns all over my hand, and like, oh my god,
I bet.
never again, never again.
I bet.
Yeah, it's terrible. So you like energetics and chemistry and stuff like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Since I was a little boy, I think I told you this before. I actually had a run-in with the FBI over that when I was like 11 or so.
Oh, I think you did
Yeah,
tell me.
yeah. The mail. I was pulling a prank on the mailman, and my
Yeah,
prank went a little too far. Yeah.
yeah. Tell. I don't know if everyone here heard that. Feel free. You can tell the story again.
Well, basically, me and my cousin, we thought it would be a good idea. I had discovered how to make black powder, you know, go boom a little bit, and
Yeah,
I had taken one of those firecrackers. They got long strings on both sides, and you pull them, and they explode in front of you and all that. They're just little firecrackers.
yeah,
I took one of those and a coin roller and some duct tape and some black powder, and I had attached it to one end to the flag and the other end to the door. And the thing was kind of sitting underneath the door. And when the mailman opened it up, the door blew off in his hand.
mm,
And yeah, so I got a vivid memory of him running up the street. I was at my grandmother's house. I have a vivid memory of him running up the street with the door in his hand, coming up over his shoulder as he was running.
Jesus.
And yeah, it wasn't long after the cops showed up, and eventually the feds showed up. And yeah, that was that was an experience.
Yeah, yeah. That's apparently USPS boxes you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, it's a federal offense somehow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was lucky. They consider it lesson learned because I was a scared little kid, and
yeah.
they put the scare in me. And my mom, she went to bat for me, and I think that's what prevented me from actual seeing repercussions from that. So
So
yeah,
they just like let you go after that?
they did, they did. Yeah, I got a lot of we could take you to jail right now talks and all that good stuff, and yeah,
Yeah. Damn. Very lucky man.
but that was
Well,
my first experience with a police officer in any negative way because I lived out in the country and we never called 911 for anything.
yeah,
I don't even remember an ambulance being at our house, so that was kind of my first experience.
yeah. What other stuff were you into to making?
I I tinker a lot. I like to build things, so I tinker a lot. I've built
Yeah.
hovercrafts, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's right. You did build a hovercraft.
Yeah,
Yeah, guys, if you don't subscribe to Gun Doctor TV, like you're severely missing out. Some of the projects he has done, and he's like super like mandoed out. Like he's all about Mandalorian and Star Wars, and it's not my thing. Sorry, but
I'm a huge
he
Star Wars nerd, just in general. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Tell
I,
him
I've
about
I've
the
got a Star Wars
Forge.
channel. Yeah, but yeah, the Mandalorian flamethrower. That's a cool project. It took about a week to complete it. I gave myself a set budget of about $40, and yeah, we built that thing, and it took a few trial runs, but works pretty great. My wife was
Yeah,
talking about how, because she's my camera girl, and she's solid. She's always got my back. But she was out there with the camera, and she was a good 5-6 feet away from me, and the heat off of it. She's like, "Wow, I was going to singe my hair." Like, yeah, it does put off a crazy amount of heat.
it's
I only
intense.
caught my hand on fire once,
I saw that. I saw that.
only a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, only a little bit.
I mean that
But
is
yeah,
one of the risks, unfortunately, when building really cool shit, is that really cool
yeah,
shit can also go really wrong sometimes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Pressurized flammable fluids, it definitely can go wrong. But
yeah,
hey, if you're ever in my stomping grounds in Kentucky, man, you are welcome to strap that thing on if you're brave enough. But
dude, I
you
would
got to
love
take all
to.
responsibility.
Yeah,
that it
I'll sign
what
up. I'll
happens is
sign up.
on you. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man, that'd be a blast.
I think we'd probably need to like shave my arm hair first. Um, it'll catch that pretty quickly. What's the mixture
Yeah,
you're
I,
putting
I got
in?
quite a bit of armor. For that, all I did was use straight charcoal fluid,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, it burned beautifully. I didn't want to do anything sticky because I tested it out on my friend's farm, and then brought it over to my place, but I didn't want to catch his farm on fire, so we tested it on a little pond that he had, and I didn't want to
Yeah,
use any kind of napalm like material where it might you know stick to anything. And
yeah.
no, I didn't have to kill anybody. I'm glad I didn't. That's not something I don't think I'd want to live with.
Well,
Um,
that's good.
you know,
Did you ever
as a
have to
cop,
discharge your rifle?
discharge it? No.
Okay.
Um, I only had to pull my sidearm once the entire time I was a cop, and that that was a case of a drunk in a bar. He decided to start shooting into the ceiling, but there was an apartment above him.
Oh
So
my god.
yeah, so
Yeah,
we
it turns
kind of
out
drew
drunk
guns on that
people
one.
get pretty stupid.
Turns out, huh? But a police sharpshooter versus a military sniper, the jobs are completely different. You
Yeah.
know, you have you have targets, and you go out to kill somebody as a police as a military sniper. You have say on a given battlefield, you might have high priority targets or something like that. As a police sniper, it's more of a prevention role. It's a kind of an Overwatch role.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. The job is to save a life than rather than take one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it don't always work out that way, but yeah,
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. It's kind of more so Overwatch for your guys, but if you needed to take point on something, you know, you're there.
you're
But
there, you're ready. Yeah,
you also
yeah, absolutely.
you weren't a police officer for a really long time. You want to
Yeah.
talk about that at all?
Well, yeah, I actually I live right along the river in Kentucky with Ohio. I border with Ohio, and that's where I became a police officer at. And I was a police officer for quite a few. And then when I moved back to Kentucky, my certification would transfer, and I would have to do academy over again. I can go, pretty much anywhere else in the United States and everything would transfer, but Kentucky's a Commonwealth, and a lot of things we do are backwards. So I would have to do all that, and I just didn't have it in me to do another stint of academy, and I just said screw it. And then eventually I got back into law enforcement, got into corrections, and became a jailer, and I did that for quite a few years, and then I just wanted to get away from that life altogether. So I still wanted to help people though. So I did swiftwater search and rescue, and I figure I'm more likely to save a life there. You know.
Yeah.
Wait, so I am probably the most cop hating ex cop you'll ever meet.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kind of
not a
interesting.
I'm not a fan of law enforcement. The role has changed from what it used to be, and I'm sure there are people that need cops. Me personally, I don't. I've never felt the need to call 911 over something.
Hmm.
I was kind of raised to take care of my own, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that a lot of the people in law enforcement weren't exactly in alignment with, you know, like the way that we think in like the freedom movement, or like
yeah,
we talk about the cause, the signal, whatever you want to call it, the just freedom, liberty, independence. You had said that a lot of your fellow police officers were not of the same thinking, and they would
yeah,
um, overstep on people's rights.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's a really weird place to be in as a police officer because you constantly got to skirt that line of doing your job versus not stepping over the constitutional line. And I think a lot of where policing has gone wrong is the drug war. And there's a lot of fuzz in the gun community. I am of the mindset that adults are adults and they can do whatever the hell they want. If that happens to be marijuana or heroin or whatever it is, let people do what they want. It's all going to work out if you know if a person wants to put poison in their body, let them. It's their body. You know, as long as they're not hurting anybody else, it's none of my damn business, frankly. You know, I have a good relationship with my neighbors because they mind their business and I mind my own. If they
Yeah,
need something, they can call on me, but for the most part, stay the hell in your yard and I'll stay in mine. And I think if most Americans treated other Americans that way, things would go a hell of a lot better.
oh yeah. I mean, it also really teaches people to be independent when you don't have to lean on everyone for everything, and the people around you teach you how to create things yourself or make things yourself. And I couldn't tell you the hundreds and hundreds of lessons that I was taught by other people, by my neighbors, by my brothers and sisters. And it's a game changer when you can create for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, uh, where I grew up, it was very country. The neighbors, we've all known each other for generations, and everybody's got everybody's back. But like I said, everybody keeps to themselves. If you know a family up the road is don't have enough food, people will step up and help them out if need be.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, a real community. But like I said, everybody keeps their own unless otherwise.
Oh yeah. It sounds like you got a pretty cool community. How much land you got out there?
Well, where where my house is, it's 3 acres. We're kind of in the little town here, um, but we're off to the side, kind of out of the way. So we're surrounded by trees and woods. So nobody
Yeah.
really bothers me back here. But like where I shoot and stuff, that's like a 68-acre farm, and
Oh, really?
that's where I grew it up. And
Damn, 68 acres. Is that yours or is it just one you use?
it's my parents.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you guys grow anything there?
Tobacco, corn, cattle. Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes
No,
soybean.
nice, man. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
nothing is more rewarding than actually growing something. And for the last couple of years, I've been working on that a lot. I mean, it went from, growing like, tomatoes at an apartment to, actually getting our own house. And I don't have like a whole lot of land, but I was like so committed to planting something and actually harvesting something and eating it. And I found out that
Yeah.
less than with gardening being the number one most popular hobby in the United States. Could you guess the percentage of food that is put on our plates from our own gardens in the United States each year?
I have no idea.
Less than 1% of our food is grown like
Yeah.
by us individually.
Yeah.
And like going out to the garden to make a meal and whatever. Um, but that was a shocker to me. And then also, of course, I wanted to become as independent and self-sufficient as possible. I'm still very, 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 very far from even beginning, down that path. But I wanted to master
Yeah.
planting and growing and harvesting and
Growing.
yeah, and like growing from like
Ma- ha-
cuttings, right?
yeah, absolutely. Your next step is canning, learning to can and preserve
Yep,
food.
yep. That's
Like I said,
definitely
we grew up
something.
poor, so that's something I learned from a young age. We had a huge garden and we grew a lot of our food. And I remember, at the end of every summer, my mom's out there with a fire and a great big wash tub full of
Yeah.
boiling water, and just out there canned food.
The
Yeah,
the cans, yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I remember watching my grandmother can everything, and I would watch the little cup on the thing kind of swoop down, and
Yeah,
you kind of see the vacuum pressure, and I think if needed, it could be something that like I could do if needed, but it's definitely not a skill that I've been exercising lately.
yeah,
But the one thing that I think is like most ignored is like even though so when I started growing stuff, we got this like really thick VA red clay out here, and like I tried to grow grass, right? And my yard was just eating everything I put into it. It was just like I
yeah,
could not get shit to grow, period. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna kind of switch it up. I'm going to take topsoil, like fertilized topsoil, and lay it out all over the red clay, and then lay grass seed on top of it, and then lay the cheap topsoil over top of that instead of using the hay. And
yeah.
I did that, and I saw grass just start to come up, and I was like, man, the trick is the soil, right? It's got to be like the trick is the soil. So then I live right on the wood line, and one day the guys that come through and mow like the common areas, they would always like buzz down my strawberries and raspberries that I had like in common areas, and
Yeah.
whatever, like because I wanted to plant shit in common areas that like other people could come take cuttings of it, enjoy it,
Right.
eat berries, whatever. And it just never worked. But one day they cleared out like this whole like 10-foot radius of shit in the woods. And I went in there and I started like composting stuff in there. And, the raccoons are a bitch, but whatever. And I went in there and I started turning the soil and I was like, oh my God, This is like, on one line you have this like gummy VA red clay, and on the other line, because a forest, woods, like whatever you want to call it, like that is completely self-sufficient. No one is planting shit, no one's watering shit, no one like it just always lives. The winter comes, shit dies, then it comes right back just like
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
a
Flora
lot
and
of
fauna
people
decay feeds that.
go ahead.
Flora and fauna decay. That's it's a self-sustaining system. Like
Mm,
with crops and even with gardens to an extent, you can actually wear the soil out. Um, like every year we rotate our crops. Like where we grew tobacco one year, we won't grow tobacco there the next year. Especially tobacco
interesting.
because it pulls a lot of nutrients out of the ground. But yeah, you got
Huh.
to rotate your crops. You got to mind your soil.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's so many other things you can do, like worm casting, and the tricks to get like. Actually, one of our community members was like, if you want to attract worms to kind of break up that the red clay, dig holes and put in. Oh, nice! Hank Strange made a video about JSD Supply.
Nice.
That's awesome. Oh yeah. Um, But he was like, slice bananas and throw in sliced bananas to your red clay and, water it and all this. And he was like, it will absolutely get worms to those spots because they'll eat the shit out of table scraps. And I just started seeing my soil improve like crazy. And then when I saw the area in the woods open up, I started turning that soil. I was like, oh man, next year, like I am definitely not gonna go buy topsoil. I'm using this shit
Right.
right here.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, never-ending supply of of the best soil that you can get, real
Right.
fertilized soil.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have when we used to go fishing, we would go out with a flashlight at night, and there's night crawlers everywhere in the soil.
Hmm.
So we got a good supply of worms here. Some of the soil is kind of clay-like, but because I'm more eastern Kentucky, so
Okay.
I'm a little closer to you. Kentucky's a really long state. Uh, it spans quite a few states, like Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, all that good stuff. So, it's a pretty long state. But where I live, we're in the foothills of the mountains. So, we got some clay, but a lot of it's good soil.
What was the last part?
A lot of it is good soil. So,
Good soil. Yeah. Yeah, it's the soil is the game changer, man. And like being able to see different results quicker. Like my strawberries are coming up quicker. My like, and I don't know if you know, like they got this shit. It's called butter lettuce, and if you buy the plastic tub of butter lettuce, it has all the roots and all that shit on the bottom of it. And I
yeah,
told my wife, I was like, hey, give that shit to me. I'm literally going to go out and plant that. And so I've been planting them, but I haven't gotten any, I haven't seen anything pop up. I think part of it is because, like, after a while, those roots, they kind of have like soil clumped around it. Like, it probably isn't viable after like a few days. And
right.
then maybe I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's either that or the soil or I suck at growing shit.
Another thing I'd recommend is heirloom seeds.
Yes,
Heirloom seeds are the way to go for sure. But hey,
yeah,
man, I gotta hop off here. I got a really early morning, so
you're
I gotta
good,
get to
brother.
bed and stuff.
I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you for taking the time. And guys, remember, please go check out. I saw a bunch of people saying that they subbed to your channel, so thank you all
Awesome.
for doing that.
Appreciate that.
And yeah, let's do this again sometime soon, man. I appreciate you. Go sub to
Absolutely, brother.
Gun.TV.
Thanks for having me on, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. All right, now let's see if I can uphold my My promise. He's a good dude, man. Um, Gun Doctor TV is always up to some shenanigans, and he's always doing some crazy projects. Like you guys saw or like you guys heard rather, the flamethrower, the blunderbuss, all that shit is crazy. Sabar,
What's up?
hey man, I'm on stream talking to and I would like to talk about the Buffalo Soldier, Dreadlock Rasta, shooting for the stars. You wanna talk about it? Or you wanna just come on the next one?
Fuck it, bro. If you want, I'll jump in. Send me the link.
All right, well, I'll send it to you now. I can go till like midnight tonight, so like 40 more minutes. 40 minutos, ¿me entiendes?
All right, yeah. Let me go. Let me jump on there. But
Sí, perfecto, gracias. Cuídate, mi amigo.
órale a ti. Gracias.
All right, hold on. Oh, so Farmer James, yes, my bad. I meant to answer your question. So, a couple things. So, the new rifle in 6.8 Spear is a little odd to me. Now, it's odd to me, number one, because people kind of gave me shit for this, but I had said that I find it very strange that they picked a rifle bearing a cartridge that can defeat level 3 armor, which is the most common civilian armor like on the planet right now, and it will not go through level 4 armor, and that's what our guys typically have. So it almost made me think like, damn, are they preparing to like go against the civilian populace? Like, are they going to be going up against the general public and don't want to have a green on green, but still be able to, go through a civilian's plates or a citizen's plates? That's kind of strange. But I mean, 6.8 Spear is an extremely hot, volatile round. Like that thing is buzzing through, and it will buzz through a level 3 steel plate. That's why I do have my level 3 steel plates, but I got my overt set up with level 4 with full coverage 3A behind it and all that shit. So yeah. I haven't had as much luck with poop and pee in the soil. I have put raccoon shit. These fucking raccoons, man. They keep one of them shit like on my back deck, like on the mat that like we walk in and out of the house. And then this fool came in my yard last night at like 11:45, and I saw him, and he just ran away. Whatever, I didn't mess with him. I would have. I came back looking for him, but he wasn't there. Um, and I see this morning a big old deuce sitting where he was. I'm like, yo, this dude is coming to my house to shit. Like he is being as disrespectful as he possibly can be. Now, part of it, I think it's because he is coming to our compost and he's like, okay, I get my food here so I can like eat and then go around to the corner whenever I can drop a deuce. But it's definitely odd that he's coming to my place to drop a deuce. Like, it's crazy. Speaking straight Mexican, Dust Karate got me killed. Who even is USA? Oh, that's great. Órale. Tu español es medio. Gracias. Not joking around, people learning about what they're smoking. My oven's on high. When I roast the quail, tell Bill Clinton to go in, inhale, exhale. Now you felt the funk of the Thai Tie Winfield effects. Okay, good. Well, I would say bars, but that shit was soft, son. You should have heard me the other day, man. I was ripping. What else we got? Let's see. Poops in his yard. I think he's just a troll. He probably is just a troll. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going through and catching up on chat, y'all. Amazing how many worms collect on my driveway if I don't blow leaves for a year. Bro, you should have seen my lawn, dog. I let this shit sit for months and months and months and months and months. I mean, this shit was a whole bunch of weeds, a foot and a half tall. Like, it looked like wheatgrass was growing in that shit. And I mean, I was seeing like frogs. I saw, was it a couple frogs, raccoons. The raccoons are killing me, man. That's just driving me so crazy. I saw a mouse in my shed today, and I almost domed him with a pellet gun, but I had to go back in and get it and come back out, and he was gone. He knew better. But I will dome that fool soon, and I'll bury him next to the lizard, next to the snake, next to the, you know, that kind of thing. So, for those of you listening, that's how you can quickly fertilize a or fertilize, yeah, fertilize your yard is if you were to naturally have something pass away, not cause the death of anything, of course. Um, like I'll give an example. I want to be careful about what I'm saying here. I had a woodpecker, and this woodpecker was coming up, and he was coming to the side of my house, and he was bap, 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 brrr, every day, and it was driving me nuts, man. And he would do it, and then like when he heard my door open, he would fly off. I was like, this is a little fucker too. Thing is like that big, okay? And kept what up? What up?
What's up, bro? Could you hear me?
Oh yeah, you may want to mic like I don't know, or you're
Or is my mic too low or too?
no, it's too high. My voice is going way back. Hold on.
All right. What about now?
What about now?
It's good, bro.
What about now? Still.
You're good.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
good.
it's echoing so bad.
Hold on.
All right, hang on a second.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. Can you hear the echo?
Yeah. Now I'm good. I can't hear an echo, but I don't know if people are saying they could hear an echo.
Do this. Back out and just come right back.
All right. I'll come back.
All right. So Sabar doesn't know that there are actually buttons and turrets on his electrical equipment. So we're working on that. He'll realize that soon. Oh, it's working. I cannot wait to see what Arcane Tactical does to this Glock setup. Yeah.
All right. What about now? It's better?
I think it is perfect.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Subpar Prince.
Ha ha ha.
Just kidding. What's up, player? What's up? Go ahead and greet the beautiful people. They all want to see you.
Hold on. Where's everybody at? What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? Hopefully, you guys having a great day. My socks are not high today because I didn't think I was gonna get socks checked. So I don't really like high socks unless it's cold. Yeah.
Did somebody ask, were they trying to sock check you?
Yeah, somebody was like, "How high are my socks?" Um, All right, bro. So, what are you talking about at the moment currently?
When to juice up your garden, heat your children in a fish tank, they die, and teach your place. True that. That's true. Um, so far, I've buried a lizard in my garden, a snake in my garden, and a woodpecker. Which the woodpecker was probably like this big, and that thing would like get up with its claws, and it would like beating the fuck out of the wood with its face. I'm like, how is this good for you? Like,
Those fools are annoying, bro.
dude, and they would come back to the same spot. So I'm like, dude, you are completely messing up my whatchamacallit. So
Your sleep
yeah.
pattern.
No, the wood on my house.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah, so I went out there with a pellet gun and I was like, not today. Pachunk, and hit it. It fell, but it was still alive. So I needed to do the humane thing. So I went over there and put another pellet in there. It's a pellet pistol with the pump, right? It's an
Yeah.
old school Crossman. Pump that joint like 8 times. And I was like, thwack. But I was so close that the height over bore was kind of off. So I ended up hitting it in its throat. And it like blew right through that thing, man. So I was
Damn.
like, oh, whoops. So I opened it up, dropped another pellet and closed it, and then pump, 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 pump like 8 times. And I domed it. And I swear to God, it gave him like a like a mohawk. And then I buried that fool in a yard. The funniest thing is like if like one day the ATF comes to my house and they see like a bunch of like fresh spots where shit's been like dug up, they're gonna be like, "We got him, boys!" And they're gonna dig up a bunch of dead fucking animals.
It's gonna be woodpeckers, fucking possums, raccoons, and shit.
Man, I almost got a raccoon last night, bro.
Oh, bro. So I don't. I was watching. I saw a comment somebody left, right? And I
Hmm.
think we were talking about the movie Soylent Green, right, or something
Yep,
like that.
yep. Hmm.
That movie takes place in 2022.
What?
Yeah, bro. Somebody said that. So when if you watch the
Mm,
actual movie, the on the year that it actually takes place is in 2022, and then did you hear? I don't know if it was yesterday. Like a chicken place ended up going into flames mysteriously.
no, no, I didn't hear about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So let me look it up. Me and Trollworks had a show, I think last week or something like that, and we were talking about all that stuff. So all of a sudden, when this thing happened, Trollworks sent me the post and let me know, like, look, bro, like another one, and I'm like, damn,
I mean, let's be honest, man. Like in a time where our entire federal government is sitting here talking about food shortages,
yeah,
and they're saying how we are 100% going to be in a food shortage,
mm-hmm,
then I would think that they would do what they claim to do in most. And I'm not. Let's get this straight. I am not like you know vouching for Daddy Gov. Okay, I'm
yeah,
just saying that like you would think that this is the way that they work, but they're not. Um, they um, fuck. What was I gonna say? I got off track. This is why I can't do builds when I'm doing shit on doing streams. Um, what was I saying?
about daddy government, bro, and the food supply.
Oh yeah. So and then you start seeing these like General Mills had like two factories that were both crashed into by planes.
Yeah, that shit. I was like, damn, Rich is fucking out here doing
That's what I'm saying. Flying Rich is crashing into all the wheat facilities.
we're
And
joking, Rich.
these are wheat processing facilities from General Mills. Okay,
Yeah,
largest manufacturer of things like cereal, of things like all of your like pre-made shit, like your cake mixes, your you know like if you did a search
yeah.
online, whatever search you want to do, Google or
All right, bro.
DuckDuckGo, Bing, whatever. Um, if you do a search, look at look at the amount of shit that General Mills is responsible for making out of all of our food. It is nuts.
Damn. Okay, so look, it says egg laying facility in Iowa kills 5.3 million chicken. Uh, fire fires and then 200 plus workers. So I guess animals right activists are in arms over reports that a chicken farm in Iowa killed more than 5 million birds, bro. After
What?
yes, after detecting a case of avian influenza, and
Yeah,
but this is old, bro. This was April 28 uh of this month, but still, bro, that's a lot of damn chicken to get killed.
dude, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
and think about all
And
the
then and then there's this one, look, over 166000 hens die in Arizona farm fire, bro. This is March 7th, bro. Look. I don't know if you could see that.
barely.
Uh,
You said it's March 7th.
yeah, this is March 7th in Arizona. I can't say the number. I'm not good with numbers. I'm dyslexic and number lexic. I'm sorry, guys.
Like,
You know what? I'm gonna say something. I was talking to the homie last time and I told them like, look, my mom breastfed me and I'm good. Now my dyslexia, my number lexia is probably because I got dropped a couple of times. So that's a whole different story. So make sure you guys don't drop your babies. Um, but yeah, make sure you guys. I guess now guys could breastfeed too, right? I don't know. But yeah, bro.
I
So
mean,
the
I
fire,
haven't seen it, but
the fire broke out at a bird warehouse, bro, in Arizona. They probably had a bunch of birds, bro, right there, like just some chicken head.
yeah, just
Flames engulfed three massive warehouses containing chicken and hens at Hickman's Family Farms in Arlington, about 50 miles west from Arizona, bro. This this
mhm,
was, this was on this was on what was it? On the 7th, so on Sunday, bro.
damn.
No, but this one was in March. Yeah, we're in March, right? No, we're in May.
We're in May.
Yeah, this one is 2021. So this shit's been happening since last year, bro.
Well, I mean, you think about it, like, this is something that's commonly misconstrued. Is people say that, like, they've been working on the vax for the last, like,
Hmm.
you know, let's call it 12 years, right?
Yeah.
2 years, whatever. Um, Even that shit is bullshit. Because really, they said publicly that they've only been working on it for about 2 years, but there are patents going back to specifically the SARS-2 COVID-19 virus, the proteins that they use for, like,
Hmm.
to do vaccine trials. The CDC actually took out a patent for vaccine trials for the SARS-2 COVID-19
Yeah.
novel virus, whatever you want to call it. And that was, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their goal is, but sorry, let me see who this is.
That's crazy, bro. So let's talk about
Jesus,
let's talk about
Buffalo Bill.
yeah, what the hell's going on with that dude? What do you think? You think it's a psyop, bro? Do you think there's too many things that don't really add up and everything seems too precise? Like
Well,
why would he speak about everything so and like so I've been talking to people, bro, besides you, and everybody's telling me that the way that operation went down, it seemed very trained. Like the guy was very trained. Like he was doing the double tap type of thing. You know
I
what I mean?
agree. And the way that he had a solid C clamp on that front hand guard, the way that he cleared corners. He said in his manifesto that he's never had any formal training. But, like,
Right?
when he starts, and the first hit was a CNS hit. That is a central nervous system hit. That means that is instant, complete and utter, like, off button, right?
Oh, so that's why she did that weird move when
Yes, yeah. So she
I got
dropped like that because she
yeah.
died before she hit the ground. Like she was expired immediately, or she was hitting an area that, like her spine was severed or something like that, and that just made her totally collapse. But usually, what you see, even in people that are shot and have their spine severed,
Yeah.
usually it takes like a little bit of time before
Yeah. Too
whatever.
many choices says that at 18, bro, like that was that dude's age.
Yeah,
Buffalo Bill's age. He was a young guy, man, and to have all that type of, and he had maps that he had drawn. And I'm gonna say something, and then you guys tell me what you guys think, or if I'm reaching right. So on Jet, remember I sent you some stuff on I think it was on the 12th,
yeah.
right?
The church shooting.
No, no, no. Let me see. I got it right here because I believe I shared it with you. I might have not.
Yeah, I don't think I have it handy.
No, no, I got it. Okay. So on the 12th, they were talking about overturning this law in New York, that law has been around for 81 years, which has to do something with I think concealed carry or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Mhm.
So now you got to remember that a month before this happened, there was that subway one thing that happened in the subway, right?
Yep, yep,
They didn't really talk about it because it just didn't fit the agenda that they wanted. It was just, I guess, a crazy guy, but it didn't have to do anything with colors, correct? Let's
yep,
say it like that,
yep. That's
with
how it works.
Crayolas. Um, so that one happened. Then on June 12th, they talk about that the Supreme Court is gonna try and overturn that law in New York. Then at that same day, the 12th, but in the afternoon, the mayor of New York goes on and does a interview on TV saying that if that law gets overturned, it's gonna be like all hell's pretty much gonna break loose. Like we need to be scared. We should not allow the Supreme Court to overturn that law. And this is the same mayor that went to the Met Gala with this jacket that had writing in the back that said no pew pews, pretty much, with the thing crossed out and everything. This is the same mayor, guys. Then
Okay.
Friday the 13th. So Friday was the 13th. It was supposed to happen on Friday, I believe. Like if you read the stuff, it was supposed to say that it happened on Friday, but that guy that they interviewed first, the one that said that guns don't kill people, people do. It's the people
Mhm.
with the guns, right? That guy said that he saw him there on Friday and he was wearing like this shirt that said genius. So he started speaking to him, right? Because
I'm a genius or something like that.
yeah, yeah. He started speaking to him because he kind of like stood out in that area, in that crowd.
They were talking about like string theory
Yeah,
and
race theory, everything for like about almost, I guess, like an hour and 30 minutes, he said. Something like that, right? They sat down, they had a chat. Then on Saturday, that's when that happened, bro. That's just too crazy for me. Like,
well, and when have you ever seen a situation like this where a shooting occurs, right? And
yeah,
then immediately they have the shooter ID'd. They
yeah,
have the shooter's name, they have a positive ID, they
correct.
have the shooter in custody, they
Yeah,
have the weapons in custody, apprehended, whatever.
mhm.
They have a 180-page manifesto that
Yes.
is like typed up like,
Wait, bro, and not even just a manifesto. It was a Saturday night, and they took this dude to be arraigned in court.
yeah. So that's
What?
what I have zero explanation of.
What? And then wait, there's another thing. So I don't know if you guys know about gematria, which is
Hold on, I'm sorry, but
yeah,
real
go
quick
ahead,
before you go there. you guys got to understand. I want you to think and process this for a second, okay? That they have their guy, they have, PID, they have, um, the weapons, they have the like all this shit, right? And I don't want to say that about my daughter, but um, that's okay. I don't want to give out too much information.
Yeah.
Uh, no, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. You're
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So pretty much like Dark is saying, you guys gotta think about how everything was very. It ran so smoothly. It was something that ran super smoothly. It would just bam, 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 bam. When stuff runs that smoothly, it's because
Something's
yeah,
something's
bro. I could plan my whole day, and my whole day's not gonna run as smoothly as that situation that happened on that day.
But then there's the other side of it that's like, okay, this dude, you know, I don't want people to take this the wrong way. Like, I'm not saying that it didn't happen, number one. I'm not saying that people weren't hurt. I
Yeah,
definitely believe that it happened. I definitely believe that people were hurt, but it's smelling like an op. It's
yeah,
smelling like an op because everything is perfect. Everything was accessed like immediately post post shooting, and they got their guy, they got a name, they got a guilty, thing, whatever. But then the court arraigns this dude, like Sabar said, on a Saturday immediately. Like
and
within
there was media on in the courtroom. They were able to take pictures of this guy.
what? Yeah, that's great. Let me know for anybody out there that's been to court. When have you been to court on a Saturday? And when have you seen a judge in court on a Saturday? And when have you been arraigned on a Saturday? It doesn't happen
No,
unless they were like, okay, this dude is so high profile. Like we're gonna have all these, audits and this and that, and so they're like, you know what? Let's do this one the right way. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like the shit just seems fucked up, man.
yeah, and then I'm gonna take a little step further, and this is just me taking it an extra step further. It was all done during a time where we had a new moon or a full moon, one of those
Yeah.
periods. So first, there was the one that happened in Milwaukee, where 17 people were injured in Milwaukee.
No, 17. I thought it was like 14.
Yeah, 17, 14, around there. You know how the media is always pushing numbers, but
Yeah.
it happened. And another thing is that it happened so much that they even had martial law or a curfew. It's a curfew. Uh,
Really?
yeah, they had a curfew for those two for Saturday and Sunday because I guess it was a basketball game. But then again, it didn't fit a certain narrative. So we really, and then they had the one in my city where the guy was hogtied. Like when the cops got there, the guy was hogtied with an electrical cord or something like that. It was in a church too, but again, they had to do with Crayolas, so we can
Yeah.
color outside the lines. Um, you know,
Yeah, it's a good reference. Yeah, I mean, this
yeah,
is never, not never. This is so rare to happen where everything is solved immediately right away.
hmm
There is a 180-page manifesto that I actually read through, and the only thing I can think of is that like if if this was synthesized or if he was pushed to do this, I'm
hmm
not saying he was. I'm just thinking like from a hypothetical standpoint. If this was synthesized and if what they want is
yeah,
division and they want people to be against each other, that type of manifesto can absolutely encourage other people to do the same thing. And he said straight up in the manifesto, you read through that one?
yeah. I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
That can absolutely radicalize somebody to to go do the same thing. And I don't know, maybe that's what they want. Maybe,
I mean, and he said it. Remember, he said it. It was thanks to the other dude in of New Zealand that he was doing what he was doing. But wait, we all missed something, and I missed that too. I missed this part too, right?
hmm
This all happened where? What are they talking about so much that we're not even catching, guys? They're talking about this all happened in the internet, on on the internet,
yeah,
on Twitch,
please,
on places that all of us hang out
yeah.
and talk to people. So now what do you guys think is gonna be the next step that we're not thinking about?
Oh yeah,
Try
it's
to control us by taking away our freedom of speech in on the internet. They're gonna try to control the internet by saying, "Well, now because of this happened and we didn't catch on to it, we're gonna have to spy on you guys more."
yeah,
I don't know.
it's
I'm
crazy. I'm
smoking
with you,
a lot of
man.
crazy lettuce, I guess. But Dark. I think we have. You said like a couple minutes, right? So it's
Yeah,
52. We'll stop at 9 my time, which I guess it's gonna be what your time?
12 midnight.
Yeah, yeah, because I want you to sleep, bro. But
Yeah, if I wasn't so tired, man, I
yeah, we'll talk.
you know,
I know that you would do more, but I want to say
yeah,
something
yeah.
real quick, and I want to talk about this because I shit, I already forgot about it. Nah, for reals though. But okay, so not just let's not talk about just that, right? What happened with that, right? Let's talk about.
I do want to say I want to get something out
Yeah,
just
go
while
ahead.
I'm still like awake. Dude definitely had training or enough time behind a gun to basically run drills. I mean, when he came out, first shot was a mortal shot, fatal shot. Follow-up shots were clean. He was hitting, right? And the dude cleared the front of the store like professionally. The way that the hallways are kind of staggered in, you can only see like the left as you come in, the right as you come in, and then back to the left, and then back to the right. This dude flawlessly came out, dung dung dung, seeing us hit, and then slump, hit the other two people, fired through the window, continued to walk through, kill shot for the person that was on the ground dying. He walks over them, walks inside, swings up his rifle, a very well done C clamp on the rifle.
Yeah,
He holds it up, left side, tucks it back in, slightly turns to the right, and pushes it back as he clears the right, pans back over, goes to the left. And I mean, the dude is like
bro.
flawlessly transitioning
Yes,
right, left, right.
correct.
And shooting very close with an AR is challenging because of the height of a bore. If you're only using your sights, you're gonna have a tough time. Like, you're gonna aim for the head, and it's gonna go, 8 inches below it. You know,
Wait, and let's talk about the first shot, bro. The first shot was done over a door, right? I think it was like
yeah,
like the door was open, right? And it
yeah,
was done over the door, like, and you guys gotta understand that to me, watching that video, whatever I was able to watch, because I wasn't able to watch all of it, it reminded me of when the military has special operations and and it's somebody that is high class person. Maybe let's say like what happened to that person that the Navy SEALs ended up getting rid of. Remember with Obama,
yeah, yeah,
where people just sit there. These guys are mic'd up. They have cameras, and somebody's watching them do their thing, and also giving them information like, "Hey, man, make sure you go this way. Make sure you go that." But you know what I mean? It just for somebody that young, bro. Like people keep saying, it's very his movement was like you said, very professional, very trained, bro. Very trained. Let's just say
yeah.
it like that.
And in the year of 2022, where you could get that level of training watching YouTube videos, it's not far fetched to think he's just like a what do you call it? Like an internet mall ninja dude, right? But all of that stuff, then you add in the fact that he stayed there, he didn't commit suicide, which could just be his ego, right? He was like, you know what, I'm, I don't know,
Yeah, like, it seems like somebody told them, "No, man, stay there, put your weapon down, get on the floor." Like, I don't maybe it was just his ego talking to him, but like you said, bro, I didn't see it completely, but what I did see, it was just like, "Huh, wait." And then if you guys read what he wrote, he never said that he was this or that. It was a lot over the place. So you don't know what this guy was really. The only thing that was really odd to me was that he said specifically everything that has to do with the toy community. He named everything. He named Palmero Armory. He named places where you could get all your stuff. Pretty much saying to the world, like, hey, this stuff is available here. This is how you get it. And now we got people that don't know the truth that are saying, well, civilians don't need armor. Civilians don't need this. Yeah, they might just need one handgun, but they don't need an assault rifle. They don't need it's not an assault rifle, man. You know, A-
yeah,
and it happened in a place that had strict gun laws. So what are you guys trying
very true.
to say? Like, so now, I think even one of the guys said it. Like, if there would have been more people that were allowed to conceal carry, it would have been a better chance. Maybe we don't know.
100%. Like, look at that, the one shooting in a church, I think it was maybe Texas, where somebody may need to call me out. I may not remember,
Hmm.
but the dude was carrying. So
Yeah,
he pulled out his 357 SIG and dome piece this dude.
yeah, you're right. Or somebody said California. Okay, so one last thing because it's almost gonna be time to go, guys. But
Yeah,
I was talking about that gematria, and that gematria is pretty much numerology or numbers. And the thing is that math does not lie. Everything is connected through numbers. Now, if you guys look at his manifesto, it was 180 pages, and they're speaking about it a lot. They keep talking about how his manifesto was he wrote a 108-page thing. He wrote 108 page. Now you go into this gematria that was, I think it's used in Hebrew, and remember all the letters in the alphabet are pretty much numbers. And you
yeah,
put in 108 pages, and you get Joe Biden. I mean, it doesn't say Biden directly, but Joe comes up and then Biden or some Bidan that comes out, freedom comes out, and a lot of words that you're just like, it's weird that all these words are connected with that number, and why do they keep repeating 108? Now that's just another thing you guys could go into a rabbit hole, but numerology, numbers, Kabbalah, all of that has there it's you got the esoteric and you got the esoteric. So you got what people tell you in plain sight or what you see, and you got the hidden meaning that not everybody's supposed to know, but we have symbols to let you know we belong to this or that. And I truly do believe in that. So if you guys look up that and figure out what it is. I think so Crump Live gave
I'm, I'm,
$5.
I'm literally nodding off over here, bro. I'm
Yeah,
so
man.
sorry.
So he says, want Stefan Wilford on your show, the guy that
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I would love to have Stephen Williford on the show.
that'll
The
be
guy
dope.
that engaged the church shooter in Texas with his AR. Yeah, I would love to have him on the show. I actually made a call out. It's so funny because, like, I'm sitting here, like, in my head, I was talking to you,
Yeah,
but, like, in real life, I wasn't. This is why I can't be doing shows when I'm this tired, bro.
yeah,
It's
bro.
so bad.
I mean, we're good, bro. It's
It's so
9
bad.
Just let me know a little bit sooner next time, and I've been guys. I'm gonna put Dark on blast because I'm getting frustrated with him. I've been telling him that we need to start doing something where it's once a week, and we just talk about stuff like this, and we try to keep it very open, not so like not like I do be in other times where I just go blah, you know. I'll try to keep it very we'll try to keep it very, I guess, PG-13 maybe. So yeah, Dark, we gotta
Yeah,
work on that, bro. We gotta work on that. We'll make a whole intro. We'll make it another show if you want, bro, under a different channel. It's up to you, and we'll say that we're reporting that we're an independent news channel or something. But yeah,
dude, I would love to. I would. It was just, it's been tough, like working out 3 streams a week and
yeah,
like one hard video and a couple shorts and running a business, working and
yeah,
um,
man. Just think about
and
it, bro.
but I do. If we could pick a day and time, right? Because right now I'm doing Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9:30, and I've been working on getting as close to 9:30 as possible. Um, there is a little bit of a lag from the Saturday show to the Tuesday show because it's a 3-day break, right? You got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't
Yeah.
go live until Tuesday night, so like maybe do a bonus stream on like Sundays or
I was think
Mondays.
I was thinking Monday. Monday would be nice because we could talk about whatever happened during Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we come up Monday, talk to everybody of on Monday. You know, Monday they're like they probably had a bad day at work. They want to come home and relax, and then they have our show. Boom, we hit them, talk to them.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. But
yeah,
thank you for
yeah,
having me, bro. I really appreciate you guys always having me. Thank
yeah. Sorry, we didn't get to dive in as deep. It's embarrassing when I start getting this tired, bro. I'm so
you.
sorry.
Uh,
Um,
um, yeah, I
but
know.
Crump, to answer your question, yes, I would absolutely love to have Stephen Williford on. I think what he did is, you know, heroic, and I think I think he's a testament to people needing to keep their fucking magazines loaded, okay? Because he loaded like 13 rounds in his AR magazine walking out the door, and that's all he had. And he literally went down to his last shot in the middle of a firefight.
Damn, bro. I didn't
You
know
don't
that.
do that shit. I have not more ammunition, but I
7
have,
rounds.
what's that?
Yeah, 7 rounds, Crump said.
7 rounds. Damn, I thought it was like 13.
Yeah, damn. That's the yeah, John, if you could do that, that'd be dope. I appreciate you, John. Thank you also. You know what? It's funny. Last night, I think me and the guys we were watching the first show I did with Crump, bro.
Yeah.
I cut it less than halfway. I cut it, and I'm like, I can't watch this. I was like, it was so it's so bad. Like not bad in a way, but I was just so nervous and it's just like I was like, damn, what the hell? Who the hell is that guy? But
He said you can tell Dark doesn't want to. No, I do genuinely want to because it's going to be focused on like conspiratorial stuff, government stuff, like totally like unearthing everything that like
yeah,
the kind of shit that we talk about, like when me and Sabar get on here.
yeah.
Uh,
I was thinking maybe do more professional, and I would actually do a little bit more research and be able to show you guys stuff on stream online. Um,
yeah, yeah. I would definitely like to do it. The only thing is the time thing. So
yeah,
if we can work that out, then we can make it happen. But quick shout out. I just saw that David Cobb came in here. David Cobb, good to see you, brother. It's been a while since I've seen you, and all the rest of you guys. And Savar, tell Gerchop that people carry 80 percenters. People
yeah.
carry 80s. That
He says bro, people carry 3D printed ones.
yeah,
Yeah,
people carry 3D printed guns. 80s. Like I would trust every single 80 I have right now, except one that I have not function tested, 100%, no questions. That thing runs like a champ. Um, Again, sorry that I'm sitting here falling asleep on stream. I love you guys, and go ahead and take them out, and then I'll finish it up with my little spiel.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for having me here. And
Tell them again who you are and where they can find
yeah,
you, what you do.
so my name is Subpar Prince. I mean Subbar Prince. Man, I get just mind control.
I know, right? I got you.
My name is Subbar Prince. You guys can find me anywhere with Subbar Prince. Google search, I come up with it. Um, I got shows on Fridays, Saturdays, and then I'll do one show during the week, which is called Late Nights with Sabar. And then that's pretty much it. Just look me up, Sabar Prince. That's how you'll find me, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for always asking Dark, where is the base Mexican at? Because here he is.
Hell yeah. So if you guys see, great job just playing. I'm an outdoor person. That's funny. Low numbers here as well. Yeah, you know what? I see a few of you guys chatting about it. Oh, I carry an 80. Hell yeah, I carry an 80 too. Um, PD Ralph said he wouldn't carry his builds. No, he said he wouldn't carry his 3D printed guns, but he carries an 80 percenter every day, all day. He
Yeah.
carries a Strike 80. He carries on one of these bad boys. This is just one of them. I got one more that's not drilled yet. But he said he wouldn't carry on a 3D printed frame because, when you gotta, put everything, your life and everything on the line on a gun, you don't want it to be a 3D printed gun that's been sitting in your warm waistband for, 12 plus hours. I mean, you can have some serious issues. But an 80 percenter, this is still the same, high impact glass filled nylon that any other like polymer is. Like this, you know what I'm going to do? Since people be talking shit about JSD and people be talking shit about 80s, I'm going to see if I can. So I'm starting to build a relationship with a very big company. And this big company will also help with ammo, but I'm not there yet. So if we can get some ammo together, I'll reach out to this company and maybe reach out to some of you guys too. Um, Actually, no, don't give anything to me. I'm sorry. Give to JSD. But I'm going to find a way to get a shitload of ammo, and I'm going to run through like 500 rounds in one sitting through a JSD gun, a 100% JSD gun on an 80% receiver, and show you guys that you can trust 80s when you build them properly.
Yeah, I've built allegedly before it was illegal to do 80s in California or whatever you guys call it. Before all that bullshit happened, um, I used to build a lot of 80s, and they were from JSD, and they ran like, and if they didn't run, it was something I was learning, and I had to just to fix, clean. But if you put OEM parts on them, like
Yeah.
at least just small parts, like the trigger and then the pin from the inside, you'll be good. They're reliable.
Yeah, I mean, if you can rock an OEM lower parts kit and an OEM slide parts kit, the slide, barrel, and shit like almost doesn't matter. Definitely rock an OEM mag,
Yeah,
um, but you can absolutely carry an 80 percenter, no question. Um, so, guys, make sure you go to Sabar Prince, Sabar Prince 2A, and you'll see it here, boom, on the banner. And make sure you sub to his channel. He does do a show, the pre-roast, every single week. So you'll see him on Friday with IPS and the We Talk Shit crew.
yeah.
And yeah, make sure you sub to him, man. He's good people. Also, my last battle cry. Walt, I got yours going out.
Oh, that's dope, bro. Thank you.
The PWEDC, and thank you for purchasing that, by the way. I'll just tell John to give the money to JSD. The PWEDC patches, I still have some, and once these are gone, they're going to be gone forever. If you send $10 to the darkest Mavis here, the darkest Mavis at gmail.com. Okay, if you send $10 via PayPal to that Gmail address, do it friends and family. Don't put anything in the notes about guns or anything like that. And I will ship you a patch. Some people want to. Sometimes I put in something extra and like write dark on it and then like lick it and stuff. And so you guys could get some really cool shit. But
You guys have a sample of his DNA.
yeah, you guys got me. You got me forever. But once these are gone, they are gone forever. I got people sending me pictures of them like on their dogs, like tactical, like
Oh,
carrier, like their harness carrier. That's cool shit.
yeah, that's dope.
So if anybody wants them, go ahead and shoot them over here. I'll donate any profits from that to JSD, and I think that's it. So I'll close it on this, guys. Be kind. It's so important that we be kind in this life that we're living in. Like every single day, we are being distracted, purposefully distracted from the most important things in life. And rule number one is be kind. Now there are other rules too, like always carry a knife, always carry a handgun, always carry a reload, all stuff like that. But we'll focus on the other rules for now. Always be kind. Two, live a life of care, compassion, and contribution. Give to others, contribute to others. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. Bless others, and you will be blessed in return. That's the way that the world works. We also know that the only way for us to combat evil is with good men that are highly skilled in violence. So make sure that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be. And be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. Lastly, get in shape. Grand Thumb said, if you're not in shape, you will die. Great advice. So I'm going to start working on myself too. So we'll do it together, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out. So sorry that I'm fucking falling asleep and shit. I'm just so fucking tired and I don't sleep enough. But now I'm going to go to sleep. So I love you all. Be safe. Be based. And just be good people. And stay strapped. But stay like really strapped up. Like keep an AR in the whip, keep your plate carrier, keep like and for the OGs that stuck around, make sure you go to givesendgo.com/JSD and contribute to him. If you can't contribute financially, then make sure that you at least share it. There's also a way to pray for him. So you can actually click pray and type in a prayer for him and his family and his business, his employees, all of his people. Let them know that they're thinking of you. The next video that's going to be up on his um, donation page is going to be print, shoot, repeats, because print, shoot, repeat is such a Chad that he sent me a fucking video for JSD. Straight,
Damn.
straight baller. So, guys, I love you all. And fuck it, I'm gonna show it again. Hold on, I gotta mute this joint. Ah. Oh, go back. Go back, motherfucker.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'll play it again. Oh, it's muted.
What's going on, you guys? It's Print Shoot Repeat here. I just wanted to take a minute to give a shout out to JSD Supply. Unfortunately, they got hit with a cease and desist order from the ATF. And in short, the ATF has deemed JSD as a supplier of guns, not parts. And we all know they sell parts and not firearms. They sell parts to build your own guns. And the ATF thinks otherwise. And they need your help right now. JSD is going to fight the ATF in court, and they could really use a donation. I wanted to get the word out. You can go to givesendgo.com, JSD, to help out and help them fight the ATF. That's givesendgo.com/JSD. JSD has sent me parts in the past, and they are a supporter of the 3D printed gun community. This isn't 3D printed, but it's using a Patmos arm slide, and let's fight the ATF together. Let's donate to JSD, help them fight the ATF, and let's shoot this. Print Shoot Repeat out.
Happy birthday, Kurt24. Kurt, DM me your info and I'll send you a PWEDC patch for free. Yes, that is one bright, shining, literally, PWEDC patch for free with the hammer and the booty. All for Yudi. So, all right, now we're out. I love y'all. Be safe, be dangerous. Keep that thing on you. Keep lots of things on you. And I'll see y'all soon. It could pop off any day. Get ready for that food shortage, too.